Are you an international doctor just feeling completely stuck, drowning in the German medical licensing process, wasting time, energy, just navigating this maze?
Yeah, that feeling is incredibly familiar to so many doctors coming here. You've got the skills, you're ready to work, but then you hit this wall of bureaucracy.
Right.
The exams, the paperwork, the waiting. It feels, well, less like a path and more like, a puzzle designed to stop you.
Totally. And that's exactly why today we're doing a deep dive into something built to be your way through it. We're looking at Lesson 1 from the free module 0 of ArztWerden.
Right, the system created by Dr. Esam Shahlol.
Exactly. And the key thing here is Esam didn't just read about this problem.
No, he lived it. Absolutely. He built this whole framework from his own experience, hitting those same dead ends, getting conflicting advice.
All that frustration.
All of it. So this system, it's really forged from practical reality.
So our mission today is to really unpack the core idea here, the philosophy behind why this system, ArztWerden, actually works. How it gives you that clear path, that strategic advantage.
Okay. And maybe the best place to start is just acknowledging that struggle the source material talks about.
Yeah.
You arrive, you're a trained doctor, but suddenly you're dealing with missing information, these crazy long waiting times.
Sometimes.
Months, unexpected problems popping up constantly. It's just overwhelming.
And it's often not even about your medical ability.
Right.
It's failing because the system tripped you up.
Precisely. And that's where Esam's own story, which the source outlines, is so relevant. He came from Libya, clear goal, ophthalmology.
Right.
But even with that clear goal, he ran into the same barriers. Visa problems, waiting ages for exams, money getting tight, needing side jobs.
Oh.
And underneath it all, that feeling of knowing you're competent medically, but just being blocked by paperwork and, systemic chaos.
And here's the insight that the source highlights, which I think is critical. He realized just gathering more information wasn't the fix.
Right. Piling up tips from forums or random checklists.
It just makes it worse sometimes.
It adds to the noise, exactly. More confusion. What he saw was the need for a system, a repeatable process.
He calls ArztWerden an operating system for your success in Germany.
And that's such a good analogy. It's not just a folder of random tips. It's a framework. Structured, designed to cut through all that complexity, define clear steps, and really keep you focused on the things that actually move the needle forward.
And it's not just about the exams, is it?
No, absolutely not. The source is clear on this. It's for the whole journey. Arriving, getting settled, finding your feet in the clinic, even planning your career long term.
And the source points to his own results as proof, right? Passing the FSP, the medical German exam.
And the KP, the big medical knowledge exam. Even one of the toughest ones in Germany, apparently.
On the first try.
First attempt for both. That really speaks volumes about having a solid system, not just luck or cramming.
Okay, so let's break that down. How does this operating system, this framework, actually deliver those results? What are the core principles in Lesson 1?
Well, the first big one is tackling that feeling of being overwhelmed.
The chaos.
Exactly. The source says the system replaces chaos with clarity. So instead of this confusing mess of requirements, you get a clear step-by-step roadmap.
Like from day one all the way through.
Yeah, covering everything right up to thinking like a senior physician, planning your specialty training and beyond. It provides that structure.
That makes sense. Structure brings clarity.
And from that clarity, the next key idea flows naturally. Focus on the essential.
Because there's so much noise out there.
So much. Conflicting advice, outdated info. You have to filter. The ArztWerden framework, as the source describes it, helps you zero in on the key leverage points.
Across all areas, like language, exams.
Yes. Language, exams, applications, adapting to clinic life, even career strategy. Making sure your time and energy go where they'll have the biggest impact.
So you're working smarter, not just harder.
Precisely. And because it's a system, it leads to reproducible success. It's not a fluke.
Right.
The source emphasizes it's a proven blueprint. Tested, refined through Esam's experience, and presumably others who've used it, it's a path you can follow.
Okay, so we have clarity, focus, reproducibility. What about the practical side?
Good point. The source talks about tools and organization. This isn't just theory, it's practical application.
Like actual templates and things.
Exactly. Concrete templates, think application documents, cover letters, plus checklists for navigating all the admin steps, Digital tools are mentioned, too, for tracking things, deadlines.
Which are apparently covered more in Modules 2 and 8.
Right. The source mentions those modules focus on practical implementation and digital support, like an AI library and community features. The idea is to give you tools to structure everything right away.
That practical stuff is huge. But just having the right steps isn't always enough, is it? This whole process is incredibly demanding.
Absolutely. Which brings us to something foundational the source highlights: health and mindset.
Often overlooked.
Massively. The system explicitly integrates mental strength, healthy routines. Module 1 is dedicated to this. The core idea is simple. Performance requires energy.
Yeah.
If you burn out, the best plan in the world won't help. You need to sustain yourself through this marathon.
So it connects the external process with your internal state.
Perfectly put. And that really speaks to the overall holistic approach described in the source.
Okay.
It weaves together language, culture, organization, health, exams, job searching, career planning, everything as one integrated whole, trying to provide it all in one place.
So this free Module 0, the Ready to Start module we're exploring Lesson 1 from, it's basically the front door to this whole system.
That's exactly it. Its purpose, according to the source, is for you to grasp the logic, to see how the ArztWerden framework operates as your guide through this complexity.
It's about making that mental shift, isn't it?
Yes. That shift from feeling lost and overwhelmed, like things are just happening to you,
to actually feeling like you have clarity, structure, and crucially, control.
Control. That's the key word.
And the source material itself, within this lesson, has a really strong call to action, doesn't it? Basically, it says, stop just passively waiting.
Yeah, stop enduring the system. It's a call to grab the wheel.
Be the driver, not the passenger getting thrown around.
Exactly. Take charge of your journey.
Which leads to the final question posed in this lesson's material. Are you ready? Are you ready to install the system that could fundamentally change your medical career path and your whole arrival experience in Germany?
Look, what you've just heard in this deep dive, it's really just a glimpse. A fraction of the clarity, the structure, the full ArztWerden system offers.
This exploration of Lesson 1. It's truly just the starting line. If you're sitting there thinking, yes, I'm tired of wasting time, I want to avoid those months, maybe years of detours and frustration, if you want to install that complete proven system.
A system that comes with all those practical tools, the templates, the checklists, the AI library for efficiency, the supportive community.
Then the full ArztWerden online package really is your logical next step.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Think about the alternative for a second. The cost. Not just money for retakes or living costs while you wait.
But the time, your valuable time, and the stress, the sheer mental load of trying to figure it all out alone.
Compared to that, the investment in getting the complete system, the operating system, it's tiny.
It really is. This is your chance to stop reacting and start acting decisively to gain that control.
So don't wait.
Visit kurs.esamshahlol.com/NAW. Let me spell that. KURS.E. ESAMSHHLOL.com/2.
And that link, it's right there in the description for this deep dive. Super easy to find.
Seriously, stop hesitating. Go install your success.
Take the wheel. It's time to drive your medical career forward in Germany.
That really wraps up our deep dive into the ArztWerden framework for today. Don't miss this opportunity. Get the system you need.
Find it all at kurs.esamshahlol.com.